This is Ellie, Dawson, my cousin, Joey's cousin,
Yes.
and we're here with Chips and Chops, episode 4.
Five. That's episode
Oh,
5.
my bad. 5. Yep. Man. All right, and that takes it away. Ellie, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm David's cousin.
And Joey's cousin.
And Joey's cousin. I'm going to be a sophomore in college. I went to high school with David. I did not
Yes,
really.
you did.
I went to high school with Joey, technically, I guess, but I didn't talk to him very much. I drove David to school for like almost 2 years, which was such a good bonding experience.
That sounds awful. That sounds awful.
Yeah, I've lived in South Bend for like 14 years.
Where do you go to college?
I go to Cornell. Which is upstate
Ivy
New
League.
York.
In Pennsylvania, right?
No, it's in New York.
Oh.
Joey's thinking about going to a college in Pennsylvania.
I'm not thinking I am, but,
Temple University.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Temple.
I have a few friends from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm a future owl.
Alright. Ellie, would you like to discuss what made you want to go to an Ivy League school? Because their prestige is their education.
Yeah, you went from rags to riches.
John Adams to Cornell University.
John
That's
Adams
a big,
was I mean, it is.
big jump.
It was a big jump. Honestly, I kind of applied as a joke. I applied like the last day the application was due, just because I kind of wanted to see if I could get in, because I didn't really have any schools that were like a reach school that I applied to.
Yeah.
And then I got in and I toured the campus and I really liked it.
So what did you like about it? Because me and David have toured a couple campuses, and there's really only been one thing that we've thought that we've liked about a campus.
Well, I really liked how I really liked the architecture. I really liked that there's a lot of pretty natural spaces on campus. There was lakes and mountains, and
So you're big on the scenery.
yeah, no, it was really nice. And you can kind of watch the sunset in the mountains like every
Ooh.
night, and
That's pretty cool.
that was pretty
So
cool.
there's mountains in Cornell?
Yeah, it's in
I thought it was in the city.
no, it's upstate New York.
Oh, Dave.
So I
I
don't
should know that.
It's in a city that's even smaller than South Bend, but
Huh.
yeah,
No James Mueller in Cornell, that's for sure.
definitely not. No James Mueller.
So I'm curious, because Ivy League's the best of the best. What did you need to get in there? Because what sort of GPA, what sort of classes you have to take, and extracurriculars.
I mean,
I'm just wondering if I should apply.
I think that it's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of having a good GPA and taking the hardest classes, but also it's a little bit of luck. To be completely honest, there's kids that apply that have the exact same stats as you, and they don't get in because the person that reads your application isn't feeling it. It's just a little bit of luck. But I would say, yeah, you have pretty good grades. They don't have to be perfect, especially if you're an athlete.
So Joey, I don't think you really have a chance.
Wait, I have pretty good grades. I'm an athlete.
No, if you're gonna play a sport, they're a little bit more
Yeah.
lenient.
What are you gonna play at?
I haven't decided yet. I have a lot of options. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just need pretty good grades, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah. I think her definition of pretty good grades is different than yours.
What's your definition of pretty good grades?
Straight A's.
Not a 3.4 GPA.
It's a 3.1. Okay.
Oh God, you got
No, that was only for junior year. Total, it's a 3.7.
Doesn't make that math. Doesn't
Okay,
make
that's why
sense.
you got a B- in Spanish last year.
Wow.
And that's why I probably did better than you freshman year.
And what?
Everything. I don't know. I was a bit of a genius back then.
Whatever.
Well, I also say it helps if you have a lot of extracurriculars that are in one area, because that makes you look focused, as opposed to just having random ones.
So
Yes, I put Chips and Chops podcast down as on my Common app.
Dance team, art club, French club. Those are all
Where
things.
are you applying to college, David? Did you decide? Or
University of Evansville. That's
No. David's working on it.
David's working.
Yeah.
It's a grind for David.
I see the Common App is open.
Common app is open.
I've submitted all mine.
So what activities do you participate there? If any?
In Cornell.
At Cornell?
Yeah.
I'm in a professional sorority for like women in.
But you're in a sorority there?
Yeah, it's like for women who are engineers. So
That doesn't make sense.
so like at those parties, is this just like a lab experiment or what?
no, so the professional sororities, it's like everyone in the grades, like the juniors and seniors, all work at like Google and Amazon, and they like refer you for jobs. So it's like a networking thing. But you have to apply to get in. So like only 10% of people that apply to these get in. There's some clubs that have like 1% acceptance rate, which is insane. Like the business clubs. Like I don't know why you have to do like 5 rounds of interviews.
I'm a big business club type of guy.
So I'm in that, and then I do research in business, on sustainable business, and I was in the kickboxing club. We have to do.
Interesting.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah, we have to do two gym classes. So I did 2 different types of martial arts for my gym classes.
Man, that actually takes us back to our youngin' days. Me and Ellie.
Yes.
Back when I was like 8 and she was like 6, because she is younger than me, by the way.
Was this before or after the band link days?
This was way before the band link.
Okay, I didn't know if it was.
Ellie and I were in karate,
Taekwondo.
martial arts, taekwondo.
Wait, really?
We were.
Where?
Both of us got
Legacy martial arts.
Yep. Both of us got black belts, and then we quit.
We did. Yeah.
When you get to the top, you just leave.
Well, David was better than me at.
He was better than you.
David was.
That really surprises me.
Yes, my father pushed me to be the very best I could in martial arts.
Okay.
He would practice. He would practice with me.
Was this before or after he pushed you off the bike?
It was after.
Okay, because I know he pushes you a lot in life, right? I don't know if you heard that story, Ellie.
Wow.
Well, it's kind of a.
I feel like it's self-explanatory.
The story got turned a little bit.
Basically, when David was trying to learn how to ride a bike, I think Matthew is David's dad just pushing him off of the bike.
It's not completely what happened, Joe.
Well, that's one way to learn how to ride a bike, right? You get scared of your own father. You're kind of forced into it, you know?
Yeah, I guess. So, do you want to elaborate on your martial arts? Actually, like the martial art clubs you're in.
Oh.
So it's kickboxing and what else?
I'm curious why you chose those.
Yeah,
So-
Wait.
So I chose Tai Chi was the first martial arts. I chose that because it was really easy. Like
Interesting.
you could just show up and you didn't have to wear gym clothes to it. The teacher was a little
Wouldn't
bit.
you want to wear gym clothes to it? Wait,
You
pause.
don't want to do martial arts in jeans.
Okay, because it's like during the week, like so it's like right after your other classes. So sometimes you don't want to like change like clothes. Like
Oh, so you like dress up for all your classes?
You know, that's what I've heard. Like for Moxie, we're like supposed to like dress up or
Yeah.
And I'm like, I am not dressing up. I'm gonna wear whatever I wear to school. And whatever it's just like this is something I'd wear to school. And if I go to Cornell, I will wear this.
Yeah?
Yes.
Notre Dame sweatpants?
Yes.
people do. People wear like other college merch. Usually though, it's people wear like Cornell stuff, just like at Notre Dame. Like
Do you-
Yeah.
Do you have a Cornell mom like shirt?
me?
Yeah, because like Dave and I are trying to start a movement.
Of kids wearing mom shirts.
I did not get one. I only have the ones they gave us for free during like orientation.
Would they give you free stuff?
During orientation at most colleges, they give you free T-shirts.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
And then I just find the people who don't want those t-shirts, and I have multiple free t-shirts.
Yes, like I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, so like for like all the orientation stuff, you usually like I think I have probably like 3 or 4 T-shirts that I got for free. But yeah,
So you would say Cornell is challenging.
it definitely is. I didn't realize it as much until I talked to some of my other friends about some of their classes. Just like the culture is a little bit more like intense, especially compared to.
Like, what do you mean? Like it's like cliquey?
No, just I mean, obviously, it's very academically focused. Like,
Yeah.
Is it super competitive?
I would say.
Well, because it's
Yeah.
like basically just like the top nerds from all around the entire country in one place. Like that would be
That'd be
very
catastrophic.
competitive. Yeah.
It is, but like generally, people want to like study together and work together. It's just like a lot of the classes that they say is they're like, oh, you're competing with the material, so like everyone can get an A in the class, but like generally only like 20% of people do, just because of like the level of work. that it requires. But yeah,
I'm actually,
it's fun.
you know, when I heard that you went to Cornell, I'm actually kind of familiar with Cornell because, like, this show that I watch, my favorite show, The Office.
Oh yeah,
Andy Barnard went to Cornell,
did.
and that was a really big part of his personality. So that's kind of what drew me to going to Cornell.
Yeah.
Kind of follow in his footsteps, and then go to a small paper company in Pennsylvania. But I don't know.
I actually didn't know that Scranton was so close. Scranton, Pennsylvania is really close to Cornell, so that makes sense that you would end up there. There's definitely a lot of people that are like that make going to Cornell their whole personality. But I think you get that at a lot of schools.
Well, I think it's just an Ivy League thing, probably.
It happens at a lot of schools.
Yeah, you go to some Ivy League, and you think that you're, so cool.
Yeah.
But, I mean, isn't Cornell, the lowest of, the Ivy League? Right, because, you have, Harvard. Harvard's number one.
Harvard, okay, so in terms of, acceptance rate, yeah, it's, the hardest to get in. For, STEM fields, Cornell's the highest ranked, So if you want to do something, in more, political science or, they say, all the presidents go to, Harvard or Columbia or whatever. So they're much better at that, in that area. But, in terms of, engineering or computer science, Cornell ranks above the other Ivy.
So that's what got you your internship
to
go to Florida.
To go to Miami, yes.
Wow. Talk about what you did there in Miami.
In Florida.
Yes.
Yes. So, basically, I applied for this internship really, really late. I applied, the last day of March.
Is this through the sorority that you're in?
No, this one so upstate New York is really cold and snowy. So I was a little bit sick of that. And I was like, I want to go somewhere warm this summer. So I went on Google and I was like, internships for computer science in Miami. And then this thing came up.
What?
I just think that's hilarious. That's such a funny way to
No, it is. It's you would think that it would be posted somewhere. And then I found this one and it was you get an apartment, they pay for your flight and you get paid. And I was like, I will definitely apply. And then I got it 2 weeks later, actually on my birthday.
Wow.
That's a good birthday present there.
It was.
David's birthday's coming up very soon.
I know, he's going to be added to the family group.
Yes.
You're going to be 18 to join?
18 to be in the family group.
18 plus content.
David, are you excited for what I'm going to get you for your birthday? This is my first time getting you a gift.
What
the last time I got you a gift was the little pendant.
A little pen?
It's like a little pennant.
Oh, the keychain thing?
Yeah, I got you a keychain.
Yeah, that was something I don't know if I still have.
No, you keep it in your room. I saw it when I went over. It's hanging up on the wall.
No, it's not, George.
But yeah, I spent a lot of money on you this year, David.
That's sad.
It's something I definitely hope I don't regret.
So you're kind of old to be a senior, right?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, I was held back.
Oh.
But I've made a comeback. I've become quite the smart person, a really hard worker when it comes to school. I mean, I'm really not that old. I'm only 2 months older than David.
Right, but David's kind of old, too.
Yeah.
We kind of are the elders about him.
Yeah.
But there's some people that turn 18 in
there's people who are older.
March, March and April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you heard that me and David are the presidents or whatever this year. I don't know.
We're running for the president job.
Together. It's just going to be a dual president.
Student council or
Yes.
I think we're doing it for both.
I don't know. We're kind of just...
No. You do student council, I'll do student body. So then we just take over the whole school.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's something. And we'd be in charge of when the meetings are, so we just not have any meetings.
No, we would have meetings. We would make them really early in the morning or something.
Yeah?
5 a.m.
Sounds like an awful idea.
Funny though.
Alright, so... What else are we doing?
No, I'm curious what the dating life is like at an Ivy League. I can just not imagine an Ivy League guy having what we call Riz. Does he know how to do a pickup line? That's what I'm curious. I can just not imagine. It would be some weird philosophical.
I would say that in terms of the dating life, there's much less of the people approaching people at parties, and it's more of people start as friends and then start dating. Just because I don't know if it's what you're saying that no one has any game that, but
Riz.
I cannot imagine.
Only use the word Riz.
okay, no.
Game is like a 2010 word.
Oh, okay.
Right now we're in
It's
2022.
it's a Cornell word.
It is that's a Cornell moment right there.
But no, I will say like the people I know that have been in like longer term relationships that are actually like functional, they started out as friends.
Yeah.
They start out as lab partners, not friends. It's like it's a lab partners to lovers trope.
Yeah.
Nothing better, right?
Something like that.
So like a guy would like go up to you and be like, "Oh, you know, that's a really cool science experiment that you're doing there."
You know, I guess.
Oh God,
It's not that funny.
So, are they accepting any new professors? Me and David have a course that we teach. It's Rizology 101. It's how to impress a woman.
They're looking for how would you guys be able to teach that?
Why not?
We just
Like what
We
experience,
don't need it.
what experience do you have that would like qualify you to teach a course
well, we
on
teach
how
it
to-
in high school.
We do.
We go into
We've
classes
come up
and
with
get
revolutionary tactics.
That's not concerning.
Well, it's not like a tactic. It's kind of just like a method.
I'm not
Right? So, hey, if
It's a
you're
little
listening,
concerning.
tap in with the methods, okay?
happy.
We'll get you guys right. Okay? You know what? We're having a sale right now. 20% off of our $100 course.
20% off. I thought we didn't go above 17.
17% off. Okay? But then you're also going to have to do, like, some other fees. But that's okay, okay? In the end, it'll be, like, under $200, okay? And, like, it's worth it. It's something that you can take with you your whole life. But I don't know how much longer we'll be here, because it sounds like we're moving up in the world and going to go teach at Cornell.
Yeah.
Are they looking for... that could be, like, a really cool course.
Yes, it could be.
I mean, we have like a wine tasting course, and like,
Don't you have to be 21?
no, not for academic purposes.
Cornell moment
Wait,
right
that
there.
really is, like,
That's actually really cool, though.
Yeah, like 3 of my friends are taking it this semester.
So what made you want to go to like Ivy League versus like? Do you really feel like you're getting the difference
What were your other options?
for like your degree and everything and your learning experience, than going to just like a normal school that is also good at STEM but isn't in Ivy League? Like, do you feel like you're like going to be above them?
I think that like there are obviously like a lot of schools that have really great coursework. I think one of the biggest advantages is the networking, because like the student body is full of people that are well connected in their field. So, you know, like you have the heir to the Marriott fortune that goes to Cornell, and then
Interesting.
if you want to work in New York City, there's so many people whose parents work in New York City. I would say that the network definitely sets it apart in that sense, but there's definitely like a lot of people that graduate from other schools that are just as competent in STEM fields. Like it's not the only good.
What were the other like colleges that you were looking into a couple years ago? Like
Seriously, Northeastern, which is in Boston, and the University of Toronto.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So
I remember when you were debating if you wanted to go out into Canada for school.
Yeah.
Oh God. So I don't know much about like the Fulcher family tree. David's telling me about like there's one uncle that like he does something for like really rich people for a living, and you really like him.
Uncle Chris?
Is that your dad?
Oh
No.
that's not his.
So
Her dad does other. He's in the business. He does like.
So like, do you like him or because like you?
My dad?
I remember
Like
David.
my dad.
David would like talk.
Yes, King Scott. I
Scott.
don't.
Yes, I've heard about Scott.
What?
I feel like you've told me about Scott. Are you like is he like the one that you like take pictures of, or like with or something?
No. I sent the video of him singing a song with like a bunch of my little cousins. But...
You know what? I remember that. Dang, I'm really disappointed I didn't go. You know? No, I'm joking. I was just wondering because like David tells me all about his family, and like you know I guess I don't know enough. That's okay. Maybe one day.
We have a lot of people in our family. And once you join the group chat, you'll see that people just keep having babies.
I'm 18. David, I need to talk to your mother, okay?
This is my grandmother.
Is she the admin? Wait, is
She's
this like
the admin.
is this
She's
like
in
a
charge.
messages or a group me or
It's
R365 thing?
It's messages.
Okay, so
So it's encrypted.
That's so funny. Dang. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Probably not.
Probably. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Well, Dave, you know, he's already in my family group chat.
He is?
Yeah.
Are you actually?
It's hilarious. It's a great group chat.
Not really.
Yes, you are.
It's him and his mom and dad.
No, it's just me, you, and my dad. That's like the new one.
Oh.
So we had this other group chat where it was David, me, my mom, and my dad, and you know, it was actually right when David kind of, you know, started being friendly with my parents, which was a new thing for him. And you know, they bond because my dad would send David pictures of fires, and David would, you know,
Fire.
Yeah,
like a stove fire.
Oh.
and it was like the funniest thing ever. And you know, I think that they really bonded over that. David was really supportive. You know, he would talk about how beautiful the flames are.
I see.
You know, that was definitely a David moment.
Something like that. Is that really it?
Well, I want to hear about Lil D.
David as a child.
What was David like? I saw a picture of him yesterday.
That was me in first grade.
When he was 6, and he's always had like a triangular type head. Lately, it's not as much, but his head back then was like a triangle, where like it was like an upside down. It was like a pyramid flipped over. That's what his head looked like, and his forehead was gigantic.
Interesting.
And like he had a buzz cut, and he looked so funny. And I just can imagine if I was in 6th grade with him. Oh my gosh, I would bully him. I would bully him.
You mean first grade?
He's both of them, but to be honest, right? At high school, I decided not to do that to you anymore, but that's okay.
Okay.
Wow.
What was Young D like?
Well, I remember we played Pokemon Go.
Yes. I didn't really get into it like that, though.
No, you still play. I think you do.
No, I don't.
No, okay.
We did play Pokemon Go. We also used to build, like, towers.
Oh, my God.
Like really complicated towers at our grandma's house out of these, like, wooden blocks.
Yeah.
And then Dave and I would always get mad because inevitably one of the littler cousins would knock it down, and then we would somehow be to blame for that.
But not Gabriel, though.
No.
It was Gabriel.
He was a troublemaker.
It was Gabriel and this other cousin. Gabriel, you know how he is a bully sometimes.
Should we tell Ellie about that?
No.
Okay.
Why is Gabriel a bully?
Gabriel's just... No, I'm kidding. Gabriel's not.
No,
we can't hate on the manager, on our manager.
No, because Gabriel's really had a bit of a glow up. He went from knocking down other people's buildings to now being the manager for a podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
That's very impressive. And, you know, I will be honest, for those that are listening, Gabriel's he's a big part of this podcast. Yeah. He's a very behind-the-scenes type of guy.
He gives us the questions.
He tells us about the business moves. So, I don't know.
He tells us who we can have on the podcast and who we can't.
So it's really not up to us who we have on. People go to us. We have to send them to Gabriel. And then Gabriel, you know, there's a application, down payment. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do. But Gabriel, I mean, he's an amazing manager, you know. He's making a fortune off of this, but yeah, he set this all up. I'm very grateful for him.
Yes.
For sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All
he's
right.
a king.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. I think that wraps it up for today.
Episode 5.
Anything else?
Not unless we want to talk about you being a child anymore.
Yes, we don't want to talk about it.
David's not very proud of his childish moments.
He was a black belt in Taekwondo.
David was a black belt in Taekwondo.
And a Pokemon Go fanatic.
He was.
I was not a fanatic.
From Pokemon Go fanatic
For your birthday one year, David.
D1 golfer.
For your birthday one year, David, my mom was like, you need to go play Pokemon Go with David for his birthday.
I don't even remember. Did we do that?
I don't know if we did, but my mom told me to do that.
Man, those are the days.
Those were the days. That was like, I mean, I was probably...
Wait, so that was like 3 years ago, or... was that 2019, or...
I think it was probably like right when it came out. So what, like 2018? 2017?
So you were 14 at the time.
No, I was like 10.
And that wraps up episode 5.
Yes.
Yep. What are you doing now? All right.
Thank you, everyone.